Welcome to La Nave, this most amazing venue, and welcome to South Summit 2016. My name is Helena, and I'll be your MC on this stage this morning. For those of you who were here last year, we are back, bigger and better. Just look around you and expect a few surprises. For those of you who are new to the summit, we expect to blow up your mind, because only on this stage, during 2.5 days, you will see and hear the most renowned international speakers on 4 of the 8 different subjects in which we have divided the South Summit this year. Energy and industry, fintech, fashion and health, and their relationship with innovation and entrepreneurship, and technology, of course. So, be ready. Fasten your seatbelts. Hold on tight and enjoy the ride, because we're starting with a blast. Our first track is Industry and Energy. We are very proud to have a 5-year running global partner that has helped us power the first track. So I want to say a special thank you to Endesa, the leading company in the Spanish electricity sector that has made it possible. Please, let's give him a round of applause. Thank you, Endesa. So, it is a real pleasure to introduce our first speaker of the day. He's an industrial engineer dedicated to the renewable energy sector since 2008. Only in the past 5 years, he has been actively involved in 24 new ventures in the field of sustainable energy. He's also a coach of entrepreneurship, mentor, and investor, amongst many other roles. Just check the internet, there's too many. He's here today as the Business Creation Officer at Kick InnoEnergy, a leading company in innovation in sustainable energy, but with a simple but challenging goal: to achieve sustainable energy, to achieve a sustainable future for Europe by supporting and investing in innovation in every stage of the journey, from the classroom to the customer. I have to thank Kick InnoEnergy and his team for helping us developing this track. So he's the first speaker and the best one to start, because he's going to give us some insight on what is hot in the European clean startup ecosystem or landscape. Please, let's all welcome Josep-Miquel Torregrosa. Thank you, Mick.
Thank you, Elena. Good morning, everyone. Well, I hope you are here today because maybe you are asking yourselves what's going on in the Cleantech startup. Cleantech seems to be the technology, the industry that never ends by boosting and launching in terms of venture capital investment, etc. Before starting, I would like to know who is an investor in the room, in the audience. Could you raise your hands? No investor in the audience? Ah, there are some investors there. OK. And who is an entrepreneur or has a startup going on, planning to? No entrepreneurs? Don't be shy. Maybe some there. OK. Actually, I know the investor that just arrived. Hello, Ricardo. OK. So we start. So what is going on in the Cleantech landscape? First of all, I would like to just give you a picture of what is going on, so what's happening. Some just facts, some data. How the environment, how the situation looks like today. So renewable energy costs keep falling. So you compare PV costs from 5 years, 10 years ago. They have dropped more than 10 times less. There are new markets entering the playground, so investments are going and innovations are coming from very different countries from what we were used to. The decentralized energy production, so today it's starting to, you see companies like SolarCity, so the figure of the prosumer, which is someone that will produce his own energy. The digitalization of cities. This is all the technologies related to Internet of Things, sensoring, big data, etc., are entering also the energy landscape. the Internet of Things for energy management, so grids, everything that is related to energy will need these new technologies and solutions to be managed. The electric transportation, so electric vehicle, it's today a reality. Some countries are going fast, some others are going low, but this is a reality. I was asked some days ago about what I thought about the electric vehicle, and I said, I'm pretty sure that in 10 years, it will be hard to see a gasoline or diesel car in the cities. And these 10 years, it's just tomorrow. And then the corporate innovation. So I choose this, so corporates that usually big companies that don't know how innovate or didn't know how innovate, they are not used to innovation, now are entering the scene through different ways, corporate venture capitals, acceleration programs, etc. So here we have some ingredients. And if you shake them at the end, you end by reaching the conclusion that there is a new opportunity for new business models. So, for example, new countries. If you see the huge amount of investment, this figure it's only for renewable energies by country. We see players like China and India, South America, Brazil. This is something that 10 years ago was not even happening. Then think about smart cities, which is a quite wide concept, but it includes several different technologies, different solutions. So prosumer growth. So people is producing his own energy. Renewables need to be integrated into the system. So at the end, all this needs to be managed. Then smart efficiency. There's a long way to go into smart efficiency. So we are consuming much more energy that it's really needed for the goals or what we want to do. And as the houses and the construction will become smarter every day, there will be a huge opportunity here for electric vehicles integrated into the grid or into the houses, solar PV, energy management, energy storage, etc. Actually, all this needs to be managed somehow. The electric vehicle will become not only a vehicle that people can use to go from here to there, but also will become an energy storage machine that will be used to manage the network. And the energy storage. This is definitely a hot topic. From the big amounts of energy that need to be stored, from little spots that are off-grid that need to be that can need a small amount of energy or big amounts of energy. Okay, then what is linked to the venture capital? So what is happening? What is going on linked to the investments? You see here the new investments in clean technology from like 12 years. You can see it has been multiplied by more than 6. So this is a trend, except for the 2012, 2013. The financial crisis is also affected, though. But the trend is clearly going up. So if you see dollars, so as you know, we take data from the US because when there is an earthquake there, in 2-3 years, we will have the wave here. So we see, apart from transportation, these are the main 5. You see energy efficiency and solar are 2 thematic fields which get second and third place in the total amount of dollar investors over time. Not bad. Then we see just in the clean tech sector for the venture capital investments, we see energy efficiency, energy storage, as I said, renewables, and then internet, software, and services, which is in second place. So all new technologies related to Internet of Things, big data, sensoring, and management are starting clearly to play a key role. So venture capitals are clearly playing there. Just some facts on venture deals related to green economy, not only clean tech. you see that differently what has happened in the past, there are starting to be big deals focused on the green economy. Then corporate investors. Here we have some examples. Companies, big companies that are starting to act as venture capitals. They think, okay, if we cannot innovate or we cannot only innovate inside our companies, we will go outside to acquire knowledge, to acquire new opportunities. Then M&As. And we see an actor here, China. Companies acquiring startups in the green economy, in the clean tech sector. So companies that have grown, and now they have a quite good volume, business volume, so that they are worth buying by big corporates. Okay, now I'll talk about we as Kikino Energy, what have we done or what has we seen in the last 4 or 5 years. Let me introduce a little bit. We are a European company. We are focused on sustainable energy. We have several partners along Europe, top industry players. And what we do is fostering and supporting the innovation in different ways. As you hear, some of the shareholders, we are present in 8 countries along Europe. And from the business creation area, what we do is mainly we connect entrepreneurs to markets and customers. We run customized acceleration programs, so we don't run an acceleration program. Every entrepreneur is selected, then everyone does the same programs, but we don't customize programs. We select 6, 8 ventures each year, and then we support them and invest in those companies so that they can develop a product or technology that can be driven into a commercial product, that they reach the market. So we help them also in do commercial strategies. We open our network. We arrange meetings so that they can meet customers, et cetera, et cetera. We help them in building great teams, good teams, hiring people, et cetera, et cetera. There is also a mentoring place there from senior profiles. And we also help them to find extra funding. As most of you know, the clean tech sector, it's a little bit more capital intensive, so huge amount of investments are needed to launch a company. So it's also always needed a collaboration between different investors there. What we have seen so far, since 2012, we have received and generated a deal flow of about 2,000 business opportunities. From these 2,000 business opportunities, we have selected for assessment about 300. So we see here about 15% has been evaluated. When we assess a company, we do a deep due diligence in technology, in market, and in the team. And then 180 were selected for acceleration. Some numbers about investment. We've done over 15 million investment so far. And one important data from our side, and we feel that this is some validation from the market and from the investors' perspective, that these companies have raised more than 53 million euros in external and additional funding. And in terms of thematic fields, here you can see the different companies from our portfolio, in which thematic fields into the clean tech sector and into the energy sector. I have marked in red the ones that we feel, despite some we can have more, some we can have less, we feel that there will be the hot topics in the future. So energy storage, as I mentioned before, energy efficiency, there is a long way to go in the energy efficiency. I've said this several times, but the best way to have renewable energies or clean energies is not to consume energy. Then renewable energies, it's also a hot topic. There are many new innovations that are linked to new ways of producing energy. And then everything what is related in the efficient buildings and cities. So everything what is related to smart cities, smart buildings, automated buildings, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. And to start, I could not help to bring one last slide. trying to explain why, if you are an entrepreneur, if you have a clean tech startup, you should come to us and talk to us. So why we should choose us? Okay, we have the industry knowledge, so we are the only player that it's only focused in the energy sector, and all our shareholders, or most of our shareholders, are top players in the industry sector. The business professionalization in our acceleration programs, what we try to do, it's helping entrepreneurs to become businessmen in terms of professionalization of how the companies are managed. So at the end, it's not the same. When you launch a startup, there is a new company. Everyone does everything, but then if you need to grow, some professionalization, some new profiles need to be incorporated into the company. The expert advice, we have a network of over 100 experts in sector. We can find an expert in any single field in the sustainable energy sector. The funding, of course, to launch a company, it's expensive. Most of the resources need to be provided from external investors. We can also help on this. Then the reputation. So as you've seen in the numbers, we end by selecting a really small amount of the total deal flow that is generated, about 5%. And we are really involved in those companies. We are putting our brand there. So at the end, we are also worried about the reputation. And this is something that is valuable for the companies. And last but not least, the European network. So as I said, we are present in several countries in Europe. So it's much better for us. We have structure, we have staff over there. So it's much easy for us to put you in touch with some potential customer in Germany, in Sweden, etc., etc. And that's it from my side. Thank you. Sure.
He is a partner, a friend, and he has a stand as well in the marketplace. So if you want to see Guillaume, we have to say goodbye for the moment.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay.